It's fun talking to a young person who has ambition and a great mindset. And in this conversation with Erik Henning, we really got to know him a little bit better as a realtor. And he has some great wisdom for a young person on how you can grow your business and the mindset you have to have. And he talks about how he gained that wisdom and that mindset. And I think it'd be a great conversation for you to listen to if you're looking to get motivated and inspired by a young real estate agent who's coming up in the business. Check out this conversation with Erik Henning. Welcome to the show. Today we've got Erik Henning, and sitting in for Courtney today is my partner, Lauren Navarre. We're excited to have you on, buddy. We've enjoyed a lot of these real estate conversations, and you're going to bring a different perspective. I'm excited to hear it today.
Sure, man. Thanks for having me.
But he really brought his very cute shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
This is important. Let's focus on this, really.
You said you got it from Walmart. I'm going to have to make a trip to Walmart in the next couple of days to go see if they have any new stuff.
They've been stepping it up, you know?
I was at a graduation party, of course, in like May or June a few years ago, and I wore pants. Mm-hmm. And it was the whole afterwards thing was super hot. So I actually was like, who needs beer? And I went on a beer run, got myself matching shorts for this.
Yes.
I left those out today. I want to keep it
sad. I'm sad now. But I need to see that.
Well, just have me back.
Sets
we'll
are
do
great.
Shorts, you know.
Next time you'll just wear the shorts and you wear a black shirt on top.
I'll wear the shirt, you wear the shorts. Keep it PC, it'll be great.
I feel like you could put a jacket on top of that too and it would still be okay.
I really want to get more creative with dressing this up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you're inspiring me.
Well. I'm glad we're focusing on priorities here today.
Yeah. This is what real estate's all about, to be honest.
Being unique, bro.
It's very cute shirts.
So speaking of that, tell us about how you got in the real estate game. And you've been doing it for a couple of years and you've come out of the gate pretty hot. So how'd you get in the business?
Yeah. My entire family is involved in real estate. My grandfather, actually, he built some houses. My father dropped out of high school, started picking up trash on a job site, worked his way up to having a framing crew, building custom homes for like the last 20 or 30 years, and also does land development. So like Maple Ridge, Cherry Creek, Natchez Trace, Arbor Walk, a lot of these really nice subdivisions around here. He's the mastermind behind all of it. My uncle took over the custom home building side of things. So I've grown up in zoning committee meetings, marking studs as a little kid, walking through houses. And after about 7 or 8 years of trying to find my way, and it was always sales because it was always people. And what I found more and more as I did that is it was more and more people. I just love people and I want to help them. And in different career paths that I had with products and services and things like that, I realized that I can't guarantee what I'm selling because I don't do the whole process. I have to hope and believe someone is going to come behind me and do exactly what we have presented and agreed on. The way that I sell is by trust. It's not really being fancy or gimmicky. It's at the end of the day, you're going to look at me and go, Erik, should I do it? And you'll actually trust what I say. And that's a really big responsibility. Yeah. So after years of different industries and things like that, it was time to come home, both literally. I was out of state for a couple of years, and to do what I think I was just born into doing. With a lot of support and something that I know, these are binding contracts. These are things that I have a lot of control over, making sure that the person I serve and the people I serve get exactly what they signed up for. Yeah. That's what made this so clearly, okay, I'm doing this forever. Right? Yeah. There's just so much gratitude to get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing this for a couple of years now, and you came out of the gate pretty hot at Keller Williams. I mean, I know you were right on track in the running for Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago, and
I won it.
Yeah, oh, you won it. That's right. Okay,
sure
I knew you were close.
He's the winner.
Yeah,
only winners wear shirts like that.
And so, I mean, was it the relationships that helped you get your feet off the ground pretty quickly, or were you just beating the pavement and generating some business pretty quickly for yourself?
It's a combination, right? I don't think it's ever one thing. One, I'm glad that I got licensed in 2021. I went active and actually had a couple-year career in knocking doors and selling solar panels. Again, one of the reasons why I got out of that is just I didn't like what I saw, right? But I learned a lot of good lessons. There's nothing that happens that was all for naught. That plus just getting a little bit older, not wanting to rush things, but wanting to do things the right way and serve people the right way and be okay with a career taking a couple years because, well, life is longer than I think a lot of young people see it as.
True.
That all really, really prepared me. And then I was coupled with Trey Willard and the W group. Kayla Toller, actually, after speaking with Emma Keller-Williams, she was like, I think this might be a good idea.
Yeah.
And I met with everybody, every brokerage, every team. Because one thing I learned about myself was, I think it's probably a flaw, but at least I know it. I won't listen to somebody if I don't see myself in them.
Yeah.
If I don't just feel
Some
like
relatable
we're-
aspect of their
Right.
character.
And so I met all these people. I met Trey Willard. And I think after 10 minutes, I was like, hey, so I would like to be like you. And I think we have a lot in common. Can you help me connect the dots from where you are now to where I am now?
Yeah.
And that was really the beginning of what's been an awesome relationship. And the W Group has given a lot of support. And they gave me opportunities that I truly feel like I was finally in a place to make the most of.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe I wouldn't have been as grateful or as responsive or as aggressive in trying to build a business years ago.
Yeah.
So it was perfect timing, perfect people, all that.
How's it? I mean, how incredible is it when you can find somebody that you align with from a value standpoint? When you can see yourself in somebody and like and somebody you can look up to being like somebody who like Trey is a leader, somebody who has a very clear set of values and a really clear purpose and vision of where he's going. It makes somebody like you who has the ambition easy to follow somebody like him and to take his lead. And ultimately, and also having somebody who's got the mindset to create room for other people to come in and be successful too,
For
right?
a good leader, that's music to their ears. Help me grow.
huge, right.
Help me grow. And they're like, yes, please. No hesitation.
Right. I had never had that. So in my entire professional career, like besides my family, who are incredible people and I learn a ton from, but there's something different
It's your family.
about having a professional mentor, right? And so, yeah, just having built this skill set that I'm very proud of and I'm very confident in, doing a lot of teaching and a lot of coaching with other younger people in sales in different industries that I've been in. It was awesome to have somebody who could do that for me and to take everything I learned and put it into helping people.
Yeah. So let's
Love that.
so a lot of when we talk about this in the real estate world, most of us know what a team does and the leverage they provide for you. But if you are if you're talking about this to somebody who maybe is not in the real estate world, somebody who may be looking to buy and sell a house, like what does the team allow you to do, and how do you stand out as an individual even though you are on the team?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. The team provides a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of referral partners. We're one of Zillow's biggest partners in the entire state. So yeah, if you're clicking around on Zillow, chances are I'm going to answer the phone.
W groups all over that.
Yeah, all over, and a lot of other partners as well. They really allow for us to provide like a full suite of services, right? So when somebody goes, Eric, I like you. You seem like you know what you're talking about. We'd like to work together. I think there's more than just me that goes into that decision, and there's a heck of a lot more than me that goes into what they get.
Yeah.
Right? Jamie, maybe she makes the world go
Oh, I
round.
love her.
She's our
She's awesome.
transaction coordinator. If you've met her, you love her.
She's
if
incredible.
you've worked with her, you probably love her even more.
She calls me her little brother because she pretty much. I mean, we've been in the business together for 10 years. Spent a lot of time together.
She's awesome. And what that allows too for the client side is, fortunately, I'm busy, right? I have a lot of deals going almost all the time if I'm doing it right. If I had to do every single part of that, I assure you I would underserve my clients. I absolutely would. We're all human, right? There's only X amount of hours in a day. So having that support, having smarter people than me that I can call every time something comes up, allows the client to not only have one person who, fortunately, I'm well educated in this. I've done this for a while and I'm pretty good at it. But there's people on my team that are way better than me, and I can call them. People like y'all, right? We're partners. I call y'all all the time, right? Hey, can you check this out for me? Hey, how does this work? So the W Group has helped, I think, align me with a lot of awesome people in this industry locally in our area to provide a much more well-rounded service, right? And I think our chances of being right and being more helpful are just higher because, right, like we have more heads in the decisions.
Yeah.
Our processes allow us to deliver that same level of service and professionalism and expertise, but we can do it for 5, 10, 15, 20 clients at a time, each of us.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and when you, I think, attack the opportunities as much as I've made it a point to, and sometimes I've gotten lazy and had to call myself out on it for sure. It's awesome knowing if I take this other client on, I might be stretching myself a little thin, but it's not just me.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's all really, really important.
It's most real estate agents that we deal with that are been solo agents for a long time. They lack the awareness to know what their strengths and weaknesses are, and they find themselves in a roller coaster of business. Right? They'll market a lot and they'll get business, and then they get caught in the paperwork, or they just enjoy the paperwork more and they have a hard time getting that momentum because they don't like the marketing side of it as much.
Big roller coaster.
It's like when your feet hurt when you're wearing heels and then you sit down, you're screwed. You just got to stay in them. You know? So it's like
I completely know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So when you're out there hustling, you just got to keep that grind going.
Right.
Right?
But it is true. I mean, like Jamie maybe is so good at what she does because it fits her personality, and Trey puts that person in y'all's life so that y'all can focus on your highest and best use, right?
Right.
And that's really what a team does. And if you break down the numbers, me and Trey have had this conversation a lot. If you break out the numbers and you realize what it costs to be a solo agent with the leverage you have to provide for yourself if you hire an individual TC and you have your CRM and all the things that you get when you're on the team, you really are in the same boat, except you just have a team of people around you. So you get the support from the admin, you get the teamwork and the camaraderie you get from motivating each other to generate business. But then from the client standpoint, you have that wealth of knowledge, because if you have a group of 10, 15 people get together once a week and y'all talk about issues and the things you come across, and you have Trey to advise you and the title company that he partners with and the lender, you have all those people there that you're all invested because you're all contributing in some way. And so it is a team. You get way more than just Eric or way more than just Trey. You get the whole package.
Right.
And it really is an effective way. So
before we leave that, I love talking about leverage because, I mean, that is exactly what I do all day, every day with operating systems. So it's so important. But in real estate in particular, people forget to give credit to the aspect of a team when it comes to the camaraderie, to that social element. Like most of the people that go into real estate because they're people. And they love being people. And they want to be around people. And they want to have the excitement of a group. And then you watch them struggle throughout a career trying to build a business by themselves.
Right.
Instead of just having the sense of awareness that I need to walk into a team of people. I need to walk in and have people support me and celebrate with me and cry with me, whatever you need. But it fills that people element. And that was one of the things in me coming into real estate later in my career. I haven't always done real estate law. And it was one of the first things that I saw. Why are all these people not coming together more
with people?
Right. Like whether it was COVID didn't have them coming into the office, but you walk into these beautiful facilities with these wonderful leaders and 5 people are there.
Right.
And they're like, my business is struggling. I'm like, then go get with your people. Right. And so I love that aspect of the team element for that purpose.
That's a really good point too, because it's fun when everything's good, but it's lonely when it's bad.
It's lonely.
And it's important to have other people, not only just to lift your spirits and share we're all going to struggle at certain points. If you're not struggling, then you're not trying hard. Honestly, that's just the way that I look at it. Right. But having people to hold you accountable too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, all right, you're not doing really well. You've had a bad month. You've had a bad 2 months, whatever it is. It's not just a pity party. Like, hey, look, we've been there. We get it. Let's dive. What are you doing every day?
yeah.
Right. It's hard to get out of quicksand by yourself.
How do you get it right? And so like being able to have
hand.
smarter people than you, like you're going to hear me say that 1,000 times today, like smarter people than you, or just somebody who's not locked in your point of view.
It's perspective, dude. So,
It is hard sometimes to get out of your own way. So to have other people that you trust, right, who earn that trust, help you get out of your own way, I think is just huge.
So if as an agent who has goals and dreams and ambitions and a history in the real estate world,
Sure.
how do you set yourself apart within the team environment? Because I think a lot of people look at the team and they're like, oh well, they're kind of a package deal and it's hard to stand out. But how did Eric stand out as his own person on a team?
That's a really good question. Shirts like this, first
Strawberry
and
shirts.
foremost.
Great videos on social.
Yeah, have a lot of fun with Lettuce Media doing all of our videos.
2 buttons unbuttoned, not one.
Yeah,
a
no.
thing.
By the end of this, there might be another one. Who knows? I'm really, really relationship based, and I'm very much myself all the time. Right? I have a lot of energy. I'm very excited. I'm probably always smiling. If I'm not, seriously, check on me because something crazy happened.
Noted.
And so that my background in sales specifically, like just the sales psychology, human psychology. I mean, I've studied this stuff for a long time, and it's never been so that I can get somebody to do something they don't want to do. That is absolutely not the case. It's hard to communicate with people. Sometimes people don't know what they want. Sometimes people are in their own way. And so it is absolutely my duty to understand humans the best I possibly can so that I can help them, right? And help them help themselves.
So you're a real estate therapist.
I tell people all the time, half of being a realtor is being a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm a sounding board a lot of time
Yeah.
for people. But that
You
I
and
would
hairdressers.
Right, yeah.
Same job.
I would really say like that's a big part of it. I mean, my personality, I'm probably not somebody that like goes into a room and you didn't know was there. Sometimes I should bring it down. I don't know. I'm not gonna though.
No, don't do that.
But yeah, I really think that, and then intense education and training that I have sought out by myself for years to understand people, to understand where they're at, to be very good at not only understanding it, but making sure they know that, right? I mean, your tonality and your cadence with which you speak is really, really important, and it's a skill that not a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And not that they can't. It's
They don't
all
spend the
it's
time.
all third party. Find out from somebody else who knows it, right?
Yeah.
Smarter people than you.
Yeah.
So I think those are some of the things that really help me stand out on the front end. On the back end, some of my best friends, right? Like y'all and Steven and Devin, like all these cats, I personally know and have long-term, long-standing relationships with somebody or multiple people who help in every single facet of a real estate transaction. An inspector, an appraiser, lenders, title attorneys. The list goes on. So I can, obviously you pick whoever you want, right?
Yeah.
But most people who are buying their first house or even have bought other ones, they don't know an inspector or even what an inspector really does. So being able to provide solid recommendations that I know are going to do a great job, who are just as important as me in this transaction, a lot of people don't know that. I think that's another thing that really, really helps me stand out. And lastly, like we talked about earlier, I do not accept no for an answer. I will find a way. That's something that I learned from my dad and my brother specifically, is just not accepting something that's wrong. If you know you're right, be tenacious, have that instilled in yourself. And again, it's not really about you. It's about your client. You're speaking for somebody who might not be able to speak for themselves. And as nice as I am, I will be an absolute bulldog in your corner, and I will not let somebody walk on you.
Yeah.
And I love people loving me. Like for a long time, it was hard for me to do stuff that made somebody mad at me. And I think that's a huge just personal growth skill that I've had with a lot of support around me. Whereas like, look, at the end of the day, I hope we can all be friends through a whole transaction.
Yeah.
But if you stand in the way of my client getting what they need, I do not care how aggravating you think I am, how much you hate me, get over it.
Yeah.
Right? Because this is my job, just as your job would be to represent yours. So going the extra mile and standing up for people who may not feel comfortable standing up for themselves. Like I have some soft-spoken clients who just would let somebody walk on them. Just because, and not knowing any better, right? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to ask for that.
They don't know what problem to solve.
So I really, really pride myself on that. And it's something I still work on to this day to just instill that.
It's probably why we align. I mean, we're the same way as title attorneys. I mean, again, seeing it from the outside, looking in, it being new, studying other firms or other notary shops. I mean, they want your normal traditional transactions. And we're like, yeah, give us the hard stuff. Like, we don't take any heat off of it. That just makes us better every single day.